So let's look at first the problem from IIT JEE Advanced 2021. So this appeared in paper 1. Okay, so the problem is as follows, that we are given that alpha and beta are real numbers. Okay, so alpha and beta are in R, they are reals, and then we know that we are given that every complex number z of the form x plus iota y, so x is the real component, y is the imaginary component, which satisfies argument of z plus alpha by z plus beta is pi by 4, then x comma y lies on a circle, right? And now we are being asked about these values of alpha and beta. So if you look at this thing, right, argument of z plus alpha by z plus beta equals pi by 4, the first thing you may want to try is that you might want to substitute it as z equals x plus iota y. Then you can compute this ratio and then see what is the form of the argument. But actually all that also can be done, but there is a very simple way. So the thing is that we know that it lies on a circle, and here this equation also appears that actually z should lie on a circle. The reason is as follows, that let's look at the problem geometrically. Okay, so we know that alpha and beta, they lie somewhere on my real axis. Okay, so this is my real axis and this is my complex argand plane, and then I have this point z, and now notice that z plus alpha, if I want to write, so z plus alpha equals z minus alpha. Okay, so maybe it makes more sense to plot minus alpha and minus beta on the real axis, and then in this case z plus alpha is going to be the vector which joins minus alpha to z, so in the direction of z. So this vector is going to be z plus alpha. Similarly, the vector joining minus beta to z is going to be z plus beta, right? And what we know is that the vector z plus alpha makes an angle of pi by 4 with the vector z plus beta in clockwise, basically in anti-clockwise positive sense, right? Because that's the standard convention. So this was the vector for z plus alpha, this is z plus beta, and the angle between them is now pi by 4 or 45 degrees. And notice that the same is the constraint which is satisfied. Suppose if you have a circle and you have a segment or a chord in the circle, then any angle which it subtends on the arc equals the same value, right? So if this is theta, then all these angles are essentially theta. So here also we are given that such a condition is met, and the locus of points which satisfy this condition is essentially a circular arc, right? So this is the circular arc which satisfies this sort of condition. And so basically this is an arc of which the chord is minus alpha minus beta, and it essentially lies on a circular arc, right, at which we have minus alpha and minus beta, and this angle is pi by 4. Note that the chord joining minus alpha and minus beta makes an angle of twice of pi by 4, which is pi by 2 at the center, right? So this angle at the center should be 90 degrees. Okay, and now we are already given that this is a circle, right? So as expected, I know that this is a circle, and now I'm asked to find out, what are the possible values of alpha and beta, what conditions do they satisfy from this equation of circle. So note that if I already know the equation of a circle, and then basically minus alpha and minus beta are the points which are cut when the circle intersects x-axis. So let us see what happens when the circle intersects x-axis. So the circle which we are given is x square plus y square plus 5x minus 3y plus 4 equals 0. Okay, and we know that equation of x-axis is y equals 0, right? So essentially we can just substitute y equals 0, so all these y terms go away, and basically these points minus alpha and minus beta, they satisfy the condition that x square plus 5x plus 4 equals 0, which means that x plus 1 times x plus 4 equals 0, or basically x equals to minus 1 comma, so x equals minus 1 comma minus 4, right? And now I don't know which one is now alpha and which one is beta, but notice that minus alpha and minus beta are the points lying on x-axis, and we know that it is z minus alpha which is making an angle which is say in the clockwise direction from z minus minus beta. So z minus minus alpha, which is z plus alpha, is making a in anti-clockwise positive angle with z plus beta. So therefore we know that minus alpha must lie to the right and minus beta must lie to the left. So minus alpha should be like, so here we know that x can be either minus 1 or minus 4, right? So these are like minus alpha and minus beta points. So basically I know that now that minus alpha can be like minus 1 and minus beta should be minus 4, right? Because we know that minus alpha should lie to the right of minus beta. That's why it's making a positive angle. So therefore we have minus alpha is minus 1 and minus beta is minus 4. Right? So basically alpha is 1 and beta is 4. So we have solved for alpha and beta. And now let's look at the options. So it says which of the following are true. So firstly we see that alpha beta is definitely 4. This is true. And we also see that beta is 4. This is also true. And we see that alpha is 1. Right? So minus alpha is minus 1 because these points on x-axis are which we plotted were minus alpha and minus beta. Right?